I'm Andy.
I'm Melissa.
And I'm Jack.
And together we're working on restoring our sailing yacht.
Some of you might think we're crazy taking on the challenge of restoring this boat and creating a life less ordinary.
And we're sure there will be blood, sweat and tears, but it'll all be worth it when we embark on our epic adventure around the world.
Right, Jack and I are on the boat for a few days. Just getting a few little jobs done today, just because it's a bit grim outside, which I feel like we're saying every week and it's meant to be summer. But today I'm going to be putting some insulation up. Got this XPS board, which is a closed cell foam, mainly used for like underfloor heating and stuff like that. But I've done some research and I think it looks like good stuff. So we're going to give it a go on the roof of the pilot house. Yes, that's what I'm going to be doing. There we go. There's a few bits in. And what is little Jack doing? Little Jack is having a strop because I've asked him to clean some windows. Don't worry, the stanchion rails are up. It's this bit, darling. Good job. So that's the pilot house. Insulated. Well, from the walls up, around the windows and the ceiling. Yeah. And Jack worked very hard cleaning this one window. And then he got bored. Boring work. Wasn't exciting enough. But anyway, just do a quick pan around the pilot house. Good morning, everybody.
Yep, good morning.
We have figured out, we thought our fridge was broken, everything defrosted, which was really annoying because Jack and I are here for a little while. But it seems that for some reason it's not working on the 24 volt system. 240? 24? 240. The main system. Yeah, Andy's good at electrics, I'm not. So anyway, so it's not working on the main system, but we figured out if we pull this little thingy here.
It says fridge on.
That puts it on the 12 volt system.
It just says fridge on.
I know it says a fridge on, but it's never done anything before.
Well, the batteries are on.
But
when I turn the batteries off, it's fridge.
Yeah, so we figured that it's working on 12 volt, but it's not on mains, so we've got to trace the mains cable and see if there's a fuse or something. But the plus side is I can go and buy more milk now because it had all gone off. All gone yucky.
Now, Dre, you want some tea, don't you?
No, I've just drunk a black coffee, which is alright. So what we're going to do today, we're going to remove the compression post, which is only held up with a couple of bolts because it's previously been removed, and have a look at the keel box because next week the boat is being lifted and sandblasted, and we're going to be taking the keel out, but we can't take the keel out until we work out where and how we get the keel pin. We need to work out how we get the keel pin out to get the keel out, and then we can sandblast inside the keel box. So I'm going to try and do that for a bit this morning, and then we'll do something else.
Why are you taking the post off?
Why?
Yeah, why now?
Because we need to get the keel box open. There. Okay. So this should be coming out next week. I'm gonna hoover it in a sec. But the keel post thing, pin, runs from there to there. So I just need to work out how to undo it. Right, so where is it? That is the pin thing. But how do you get it off? I can see there's like a big nut on the end. But this thing's kind of weird. And it feels like it's made out of wood. It is made out of wood. So this here covers the pin that goes through the keel, and it's made out of wood, which I think's a bit odd. Get my breath back from being upside down. So I've found the keel pin, the pivot pin. That's what it's called, the pivot pin. And what I've also found is this wooden, freaked me out a bit first, wondered if it was some sort of bee's nest. But this was sitting over the keel pivot pin, which I don't think is the most sensible thing to do. I might be wrong. But obviously you've got a piece of steel bar type thing going through the keel that it pivots on. And then this has been put over the end of it. I'm assuming because there was bladder tanks in either side of the keel in the bilge. And I'm assuming that the previous owner has made this to stop the bladder bags bursting on the keel pivot pin. But I don't think that's the best idea, because if this gets wet, obviously then it's going to hold water against your keel pivot pin. Now I think that's a bit of a silly idea, but I might be wrong. But I'm guessing that we're going to find a better alternative to that. There you go, so that's off. I've got to get the other side one off, and then work out how it comes undone. Spray lots of penetrant in there, and let it sit, and then hopefully we'll be able to get it undone. So I have removed the covers for the keel pivot pins. These two little wooden blocks.
I can see daylight.
Well, that's, yeah, because that's the ground. Mm-hmm. It's quite scary, isn't it? A big hole in the floor of our boat. There's a nut on either end of the pivot pin. 32 here. Oh dear.
Wait,
is that the biggest one?
Yeah.
Okay, so the biggest socket that we have, which is a 32, is too small.
What?
Which we're going to have to get the big guns in.
What's the big guns? What big guns do we have?
We have some bigger ones at home, I think, but we'll probably have to borrow something. So I'm just spraying this stuff. PB Blaster. Right, so that looks a little bit less scary now I've cleaned it up. This, I think, obviously can't see it all, but I think this all looks in pretty good nick, which is good. I don't know what it's like further down. It's got surface corrosion, but there doesn't seem to be any sort of major scale on it, which is good. Right, I'm armed with some tools to see if I can get these nuts loosened off a bit. Popping that back so we don't stub our feet. This I am going to clean up and paint. That's the top plate for the keel box. I'll do that outside when it's not raining. So I've just cleared that out. Because I want to be able to check the metal underneath the floor. I can see it from here, but there's some bits that are going to need a bit of sanding. I want to be able to paint the whole bilge. So I've emptied this. I don't want to have to remove this, which I don't think I will. But it hasn't got an access panel in. So I need to try and cut a nice access panel so we can get under there and inspect the steel. Right, so I've cut out this piece of rocker under Jack's bed. It still looks great. Remove those wonderful cork tiles. It's raining again. I had so many plans for this week, outdoors plans. Obviously I've done stuff inside. Just trying to get off all these delightful cork tiles. Yeah, they've done the job. I don't know how much in terms of insulation for warmth and heat and stuff, but they seem to have kept the condensation off the metal because the metal underneath them all pretty good. But they are a pain to get off. Time to empty the cupboard of doom. So I've cut an access. I'm not going to deal with this one today, one job at a time. Cut an access panel into this side as well, so we can now access the whole of the bilge, the side of the keel. Hello.
Parked in the car park just so we could walk down and have a nosy, you know?
Oh, no worries. You okay?
Do you mind just coming down?
Pardon?
Do you mind just coming on?
No, come in.
Sure.
Yeah. So, hi to the guys from Ship Happens. We've had some surprise visitors, Jack.
I'm just going to check out Melissa's nuts. Hang on a minute. Can't even find them.
That's good.
Right under there.
Is this on?
Are we looking?
Yeah, I think it's on.
Go on, Jack, keep your camera on.
So, there's one either side. Have you found it?
No!
Right, you've got to...
Go down.
Oh, there it is. Found it.
Yeah, right, so
Yeah, I think you found it.
Found it. There.
there's one either side.
Down there.
Yeah.
So the one on the left,
Port side and starboard.
port side.
Whoa, there we go. We're getting good at this.
Where's the massive spanner, Jack?
I
He's still at work, isn't he? Oh yes.
There you go.
Yeah, we found the big spanner.
Go on. Get back into it.
Good though.
Nice. I've been like plodding on. Like, you know when you're like when you're doing stuff on your own, it's just like
Yeah.
It gets to a point where it's like
Yeah.
today was my point where I'm like.
I think the only reason why I'm on this boat now is just to party back.
Of course, that's why I had a child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone has to have one important job on the boat.
Yeah. Wow. Yay!
Oh, you're not. Yeah, Jack, we'll leave that to you.
Yeah, thanks.
Giving this to Jack. Keep hold of
Give
safely.
it to me.
Big Imperial. So there's actually another nut behind this one now. So I'm going to try and crack that one
Oh,
off.
is it two?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
And then we'll just try and get the pin free. And then
Yeah.
when you lift, then.
So that is the keel.
Okay. So did he swing then? Did he move then? Or?
Yeah, so in here,
Oh, you can raise and lower then?
you put a winch on here.
Oh, okay,
And
right.
you keel. So when the keel's
Yes.
up, she draws 4 foot. When the keel's down, she draws 7 foot.
So is the keel in its up position now or down?
Up.
Right, okay, that makes sense though. Yeah, because that's.
Yeah, so it
So
goes.
it's pivoted around here.
Yeah,
then?
so there's.
It's
so that's the
basically
pivot.
like a
So
fin
that's the
keel.
pivot pin.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
this end, there's.
The winch mechanism. Steel boat time.
You don't even get that dirty working on ours.
No, you just wash it off. It's just like.
And he's got his good jeans on. No, you can't be on camera like you're chewing gum.
Don't forget we're not editing this.
What's that thing that doesn't even have a single organ?
What?
Brain or something.
Are you talking to me? No.
So,
Jack's talking to himself in here.
Yeah, I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to the tape measure.
He's talking to the tape measure, sorry, it's not himself.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Where are you planning on eating that, darling? There.
oh,
Did you get on camera? Right.
Aww.
poor Jack was hungry. Oh,
I was nowhere near the scene at the time of the alligator.
and there's not one bit of pasta left in his bowl.
To a sail locker.
So these are cleaning up tuna pasta while I'm trying to like spanner in the way. I don't know who takes priority in this situation. Do you know what I mean?
You can't stay.
Yeah, so we can now if we just get it to slap on that. And then Melissa can take all the credit, can't she?
Yeah. I'll go home. I've got it.
Yeah. We won't be in this episode. No, it wasn't them. I did it all by myself.
So typically usually on our boat, but we trying to work it really really tight, confined area in the bilge. When we're trying to get this one done here. So as you can tell, this here I think is welded to the shaft that they've made. The nut on the other side is welded to the hull. So we're trying to undo this here, but I cannot get my hands in to pull it up. I've attempted using this jack, but the jack's too tall. So reality is we need to get a socket with an extension and a big bar, don't we? And my phone just fell over. So yeah, that's where we're at. Unfortunately, I think we're going to fail.
No, we can't fail.
Yeah, I cannot get the power on there.
Oh, you can fail. You're on holiday.
Yeah, we can easily walk away from this.
Go back to sitting in the field.
See, on the opposite side here, you can see the nut is welded to the hull, which is good. So we might have to eventually heat this, but we need a 34mm or whatever the Imperial equivalent is to undo this.
Yeah.
Hopefully it does.
Yeah.
But I would say at the moment we haven't got the
That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Thanks for having a look.
enough manly tools.
Well, that was really nice. The guys from Ship Happen popped in and surprised us with a visit. And Simon managed to get the nut off, or one of the nuts off the pivot pin, which is really great. So thanks so much. Yeah, you should definitely go and check out their channel. They're doing up a wooden 72 foot, I think, World War II Navy ship, I believe. But it's really interesting stuff. So go and have a look. I need the Hoover first. You grab me the Hoover.
Okay. You've got a star on your head.
Yeah. Oh, you're so strong.
Mum's doing some hard work cleaning up the bilge while I'm just standing round and filming her.
So what have I done in the bilge today?
Basically just cleaned it.
No.
A lot.
No, I've been sanding it, haven't I?
Yes, I know. That's basically cleaning it.
Right. So that particular bilge is finally ready for painting. It's too late now to do it. I've washed it and it'll all be dry and ready to do first thing in the morning. That took ridiculously long. It was a silly little job. But it's just really hard to get into all the little spaces and stuff like that. So we're going to pack up and chill out for the evening. So it's painting day, finally. I'm just going to hoover out the bilge one last time, clean it with some acetone and whack some paint in there. Run out of gloves, which I didn't realise, otherwise I would have brought some with me. So my mission is to try and not get covered in paint. Also run out of mixing pots, so I had to clean an old one up. So I need to order some more stuff, I think. We're running low on supplies.
Yeah.
So I've finished painting the bilge. I've got to say, working on this bilge has made me question my life choices. It wasn't fun and it's not turned out the best, to be honest. I scrubbed it for hours within an inch of its life and I've painted it and it's come through yellow, so there was clearly still stuff on there. But I'll give it another coat of paint and hopefully this coat of paint has just sealed the dirt in. But I've removed all the rust and grime and everything. There's just obviously just still a yellow tinge. It may be the paint underneath, but it's come through slightly. But there you go. One whitey yellow. So we're going to pack up and go home now. Probably do something fun on the way home with Jack. It hasn't been all boring this week. We have done lots of other stuff rather than just boat work. So Jack and I have been out to lots of places as well. Hence why the work has been slow. But I'm done for the week. Isn't it? Right. Yeah. That's the end of another week, another episode. What have we achieved in these last few days?
Painting the bilges, clean the bilges.
Bilges, we have.
And also put the insulation up.
We have. I have.
I helped a bit.
You helped a bit. We have sanded and got rid of any rust and cleaned a bilge, not the bilges. One bilge. And we have insulated the pilot house.
Which is better.
We've watched it rain a lot. We've been on a few adventures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
England is quite nice.
Yeah. And now we're going to go home and edit.
What's the time?
1:30. We're going to get some lunch.
Yay.
Yeah.
Goody.
So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to
like and subscribe and click the notification bell, and also if you want to just comment, and also if you want to be, please be a patron.
Yeah, thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate all your support. Thank you. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye. GoPro turn off. GoPro turn off. GoPro turn off.
It sounds like you're talking to a really naughty child.
That's how I talk to you.
Yeah, when I'm naughty.
GoPro turn off.
Yeah, GoPro turn off.
GoPro turn off.
GoPro turn off. No, I just clicked this button.